One of the big runs that we run out of Western Port is down to Geelong, which is over 300 kilometres return trip.
It's flat track road, just all highways, but then you've got the Westgate Bridge to contend with. Diesel-powered engine prime movers sometimes struggle.
This was not a one-off special trip that was planned just for an electric prime mover. This was a regular scheduled production route. That's definitely a first for everyone involved. Western Port was actually the first place in Australia that the Windrose team got to work with BlueScope and with Toll. We were here late 2024. A few people might recognise, a few train spotters might have noticed a truck a bit different to the others floating around late last year. That was an evaluation vehicle that was testing with single trailers, and we're on the journey still here at the moment with a new truck doing B-double twin trailer trials.
Well, to be honest, didn't have much knowledge about the EV prime movers. This is probably the first we heard of it through Windrose. Exciting that Toll was able to team up and also BlueScope with Windrose to do this trial. I've been part of the Windrose trial as far as setting up the loads, the load planning, the payloads for the vehicle, and ensuring that we're applying the correct weight limit for the vehicle.
One of the main criteria for Melbourne was getting approvals to allow us to travel over the Westgate Bridge and through the tunnels. Very hard to get the approval for electric trucks to do that, but we have been successful in doing that.
For an electric vehicle, the low temperatures that we get in the southern parts of Australia are really important. We model these things. The team were delivering rolls of steel from Hastings here down to Geelong. We have a few customers of BlueScopes that we're working with, making deliveries to.
Well, fully loaded, it can be challenging, even going through the domain tunnels or Burnley tunnels. It's got a lot of torque. It's a lot of pulling power, which is pretty impressive.
The truck would travel full of product up to the Westgate, over the Westgate, down to Geelong, Corio, a few different customer locations.
They do about 6 or 7 drops along the way. And the great thing was that that truck was able to complete that full circuit in a shift and still come back with over 10% charge left in the batteries. Now, a good thing with that means that the truck can actually do a full day's work, come back and be charged. And with the new chargers that are coming on, the infrastructure that are coming on in the future, trucks will be able to be charged within 45 minutes so they can go out on the second shift in the night time. So that was a great burst and a really good outcome for BlueScope, Toll and Windrose.
Number one priority at Toll is safety. The team is outstanding, second to none. Also, partnership with BlueScope has been a long-standing partnership, which makes it even easier and better to work for.
A diesel truck is merging at about 70 kilometres an hour. Here with the 1400 horsepower Windrose, we're merging at over 90 kilometres an hour. So we're merging in with the traffic safely, and it makes it easier for us to navigate.
It's very clear that from a sustainability point of view, and one of BlueScope's goals is to reduce our emissions, this has been one of those feats that meets our real futuristic goals of reducing our carbon footprint.
I live in Melbourne, and I think a lot of people really enjoy seeing trucks like this travelling particularly through West Melbourne and over the Westgate. It's a heavily congested area, highest rates of childhood asthma within Western Melbourne in Australia. So we're decarbonising, we're doing great things. The team here, they really know heavy trucks, they know heavy transport. We're learning a lot from them, and our global team are learning a lot from them. So we really enjoy the conversations we're having.
It's outstanding and a tremendous thing that Toll and BlueScope are doing to basically bring and introduce the electric vehicle into fleets.